Ready to start? I got 7 o'clock.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Councilman Van Cleek,
President accounted for.
Councilman Secreto, Councilman Kitchen, Councilwoman Hayner, Supervisor Quigley.
Thank you and good evening and welcome to the Town of Ulstertown Board Workshop Meeting for Thursday, April 7th, 2022. I just want to take a moment and remember Councilman Joel Brink, who passed away while I was away, and he will be missed. Are there any additions or changes to the agenda from the board? Okay, I have a last minute request from the Chief of Police to authorize the purchase of a Dodge Durango police vehicle that has been just delivered to Bagnell Motors.
Make a motion now. Or we can wait till-
No, I'll take it at the end. Are there any individuals tonight here to speak on agenda items during public discussion? Thank you very much. Communications? No communications. Okay. Moving on to new business, the first item on our agenda is a motion to authorize the town clerk to sign the 2022 poll, POLL site agreement as opposed to POLE as it is stated on the agenda. Want to make sure that we are authorizing the proper action.
Phonetically. Second.
Okay, any discussion on the 2022 poll site agreement for the senior center? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Secreto, I believe the next two items are personnel.
Yes, they are. These are seasonal hires for the Parks and Recreation. Employee's name is William Martin. Title will be Rec Attendant, comes out of the Recreation Department, General Fund. It's a part-time, non-competitive, non-union. There's no health insurance. Wage is $15 an hour. Start date is April 4th, 2022. And I would make a motion to hire William Billy Martin for the parks. I'll do them separate.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
The second hire is a fellow that's been a kid that's been down there for 3 years now. Kyle Melick. Title is Rec Attendant, Recreation, comes out of the general fund again. Non-competitive, non-union, no insurance. He also is $15 an hour. Start date is also April 4th. And I make a motion to rehire Kyle Melick.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
The next two hires come at the recommendation of Highway Superintendent Frank Petromal. These are seasonal hires. The first employee's name is Benjamin Narone. Comes out of the titles of Highway Beautification, Highway Department, Highway Fund. Seasonal, non-competitive, non-union, no health insurance. The wage for him will be $18 an hour. Start date is 4/11/2022. I make a motion to hire Ben Narone.
Discussion?
None.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the second hire, employee's name is John Petromal. Title Highway Beautification, Highway Department, Highway Fund. Seasonal, non-competitive, non-union, no insurance, $20 an hour, and his start date will be 4/25/2022. And that both come at the request of Highway Superintendent Frank Petromal. I make a motion to hire John Petromal.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Secreto. The next item is a motion to authorize the police department to have a mini split air conditioning unit installed in the server room at a price not to exceed $4,600 plus the amount of the electrical work. The town's data processing needs have grown, and the heat generated by the computer equipment has overwhelmed the existing air conditioning unit. So in order to keep our computer equipment running efficiently, we need to make sure that it's properly air conditioned. So I ask for a motion to authorize the police department to undertake this expenditure. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item on our agenda is a motion to accept the resignation of the part-time police officer Norton. Officer Norton is leaving the town of Ulster Police Department to join the state of New York State Police. We have a motion to accept the resignation. I have one. Do I have a second?
I'll second that. Reference that he leaves in good stead.
Thank you, Councilman Secreto. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item on the agenda is in relation to the hosting of the town's website. In the mid 2000s, late 2000, the town of Ulster joined the Digital Towpath Cooperative, which was a cooperative made up of the New York State University in Utica, along with many of the towns in upstate New York, to build a technology backbone for email and web hosting, along with other services. Town Clerk Reevy has recently completed an upgrade to the town's website, and we have hosted it with a commercial hosting company, Tiger Tech. And we will no longer be required to maintain a relationship with Digital Towpath. Therefore, there's a resolution presented here tonight to revoke the resolution that was previously passed to join the co-op. May I have a motion accepting the resolution as presented?
So moved.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Point of order, are you trying to run this meeting so fast that you beat last month's record?
No, I got the pool tonight.
Oh, okay, let's go.
He's got that pool. During the opening, I mentioned additions or changes. One item that is not on the agenda that I would like to put forth to the town board at this point in time. Last week, the police department inadvertently had an accident which one of our high mileage police cars was totaled. In a conversation with a vehicle vendor the other day, the two vehicles that we previously ordered, we were told we may not get in 2022. It may be late 2022 for their delivery. We were advised at 3:00 this afternoon that Bagel Motors just received a delivery of a Dodge Durango police package. And in view of our fleet situation, the price that has been quoted is $40,000. I'm asking for an exception to the town's procurement policy in light of this emergency situation, given the wrecking of the car and the uncertainty of future deliveries that will adversely impact our patrol capacity, to authorize the purchase for a price not to exceed $40,000 for the 2022 Dodge Durango police package that is currently at Bangor Motors.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And one other item under new business. In October of 2021, the town board at the October 7th meeting authorized the execution of a memorandum of agreement with the town of Ulster PBA for a contract to expire on December 31st, 2022. Tonight, I am asking permission of the town board for authorization to sign the final document that has just been provided to me by the attorneys. It's the execution copy. There is a copy in the electronic package of the red line agreement, so everyone can make themselves comfortable with the changes that there are no changes other than those changes that were authorized by the memorandum of agreement in October of 2021.
I'll make that motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? With that, I turn the meeting over to Mr. Secreto for discussion on the summer camp.
Yeah, just bring everybody up to date. Sign up started on Monday, the 4th. Town clerk, you can go to town clerk's office and pay between 8 and 4. She had, all the paperwork is online, which a lot of people are actually had trouble finding the new website for some reason. They called me or something. I guess they didn't follow the whole system that was there. But it is on the new website. The ages are 6 to 12. It runs from June 27th to August 19th. 8 weeks, we're running at a 150 capacity. We take the town residents first. We don't fill it. We'll fill it with out-of-town residents. Cost is $400 for a town resident, $100 for each sibling. Out of town is $475 and $125 for each sibling. Like I said, forms are online. townofulster.ny.gov. They should find it there. No refunds with this sign up. We're not handing them out. 2 proofs of residency. Also, we're looking for counselors and some directors for the camp. I think we had 3 or 4 counselor signups. How many, Sue's offhand, how many did we have sign up for camp? 3, a couple out of towners. Yeah, they're on the waiting list. We're gonna have camp one way or the other. You know, usually in Kingston, the parks, when they open up theirs, they only have 50 kids at each park. So if we run at 50 kids, it'll be fine. We'll have counselors to take care of that. Also, the Easter egg hunt that we were gonna have on Saturday is pushed to Sunday because of the rain that's been coming for the last 2 or 3 days, and we got more coming. So that'll be April 10th, 11 o'clock at Post Park for kids 10 and under, and I hope to see you there for the Easter egg hunt.
Do you have an idea as to what your expected registration may be right now, given
Usually in the past,
we won't start getting them until May?
yeah, usually the first week of June. We're running at 250, we get 150, 160 kids that week. I'm not worried about it. We're giving them a good price again. Being more competitive to Kingston and so it's way better than sorting. $50 a week.
Any questions for Mr. Secreto?
But you know, any high school kids that want to work, counselor positions are open. $15 an hour.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our agenda for tonight. I'm pleased to open the floor for any comments on any topic that anyone might wish to address the town board on. Ms. Hartman?
Good evening. Nice weather we're having today. I wanted to ask about what was happening with Zoom. The last meeting, it wasn't available. And I was very disappointed. I like to have my dinner and watch everybody and participate. So I'm wondering if that's. Okay, so is that, I see that it's Facebook Live, but it's also Zoom?
So you understand, these are my 2 personal computers.
Uh-huh,
Okay, this one is connected to the AV system through a special device that I bought. That's connected to the television so that we can see if anybody called in. As you know, or maybe not know, I was not here or not present for the last meeting. I wasn't here to set this up.
uh-huh.
That's what Clayton's referring to.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, but there wasn't a link, this time to find it, or did I miss it? And with the
No,
new website or?
I didn't put it on the website. Usually I have the link, obviously.
So you understand, Zoom is the front end,
Mhm.
which we use to collect everybody.
Mhm.
We then feed Zoom into Facebook Live. So if you don't have the Facebook Live or the Zoom link to get into Zoom, you can always watch us
Right.
on Facebook, but the Zoom is two-way.
Mhm.
If you log in, Facebook is only one way.
Right.
So
So,
we're gonna,
okay.
we'll try to do better.
Okay, thanks.
I'll try to find monies to buy the laptops for the town.
Yeah, it's a great service. so.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any additional comments tonight? I wish to advise the town that there are actions being undertaken by New York City DEP in relation to the Delaware Aqueduct at the end of this year, where the Delaware Aqueduct will be shut down for 5 to 8 months. In preparation for that shutdown, which will then cause the Ashokan Reservoir to be the primary source of water for New York City, they're doing some testing of the newly reopened Ashokan Aqueduct in the next week to make sure that it can flow at maximum capacity. And then we will see a series of actions over the summer where they will try to keep and impound as much water as they can in preparation for that period of time that the Ashokan becomes the sole primary source for New York City water. Now, the bad part of that is that if they are running the Ashokan at 100% or more, and we get late summer storms, we may have flooding conditions. We may end up with releases for an extended period of time if they have an advance notice of a heavy level of precipitation. I want to get this out to the community, particularly for those who live along the Esopus Creek, so that they understand what's going on. We have communicated with the Glen Eyrie Lake Association and provided them with the backup documents. I had a conference call with the DEP today, asking them to conduct a public information session for all those in all the towns along the lower Esopus, so that everyone was aware of this. I made the same request back in 2020 in December, and they were slow on the response to it. And consequently, we ended up with an extended period of heavy discharges in January, which resulted in a lot of phone calls to a lot of town supervisors' office, and they couldn't handle it. They couldn't answer the questions because they weren't prepared. I've asked the DEP to prepare this time. So, anything else? Comments from the town board? I have a motion to close the meeting. All those in favor? Aye.